Hey, what's up, guys? This is your host, Max. This is Maximum Raids, hanging out in Exit Humanity. Max is back. Channel reloaded here. I think I'll try my hand at a few videos again. The other channel, I took it down. I actually deleted it, and I really thought I probably wouldn't come back to Clash, but here I am, 5 months later, back in Clash. I joined Exit Humanity, a new clan, new family for me. I kind of wanted a fresh start and start, meeting some new people. A great family, CWL Highlight and NDL Welter clan. I'm having a lot of fun here, and actually CWL Highlight playoffs right now. So I joined the playoff roster. We had our first round highlight playoff match against Brown Lemonade. Let's check it out. I'm going to show you a base. With the channel, I like to try to take more of a strategic angle with the videos and not just do recaps. And so one of the series that I did in the past, you can see here, Exit Humanity wins 74-71. So we're going on to round two. Actually had a chance to face Ain't Nobody in round two. Unfortunately, they lost their match against Croatia Army, I believe. So that's who we'll face next. But, the series that I did in the past was called Drop a Dime in the Bank, and it was basically kind of a 10v10 series where we would show the process of taking down a 10. And I'm just going to start with this 10v10 series because, number one, I've been off to a really good start, 10v10. I think I'm hitting like 13 on my first 18, 10v10, and number two, I've just sucked ass 11v11 and 12v12. It's been really frustrating, especially being that I was so good last season, but I just haven't recaptured the magic of last season there. But 10v10, I've been really good, and granted, I do understand 10v10 has gotten a lot easier, but in this case. We're going to check out this base here, number 5, Cody from Brown Lemonade, and my guy Eric is going to hit this. And I took a real patient approach with the 10v10 because our 9v9 game was so bad to start the war that I knew we needed to be really good 10v10. And so Eric comes in with this attack, and I chose this base because it was a really good base to to look at like how to build on an attack, how to make some corrections, and drop a dime in the bank, drop a 10v10 in the bank. So, as we look at this, let's take note here of his comp. He's got 24 hogs, 2 golem, 5 bowlers. He's bringing the wrecker, 4 heal, 1 rage, and he's got his 2 poison. So, what he's going to do with this attack is he's going to drop a golem. Oh, got some growing pains here with Epic Pin. Here we go. He's going to drop a golem in here, and he's going to bring a golem in here, and then he's going to use. You'll see the 5 bowlers. I found this kind of interesting. He actually uses 3 bowlers up here for this bowler bounce. And then you'll see the baby drag. He uses the baby drag here, okay? And so the baby drag ends up kind of going down this way like that. So as I'm looking at this, I'm saying, okay, so he's using 60 camp space for golems. He's using 10 for the baby drag. He drops 3 bowlers up here up top. We're at 88 camp space, and he's still got a couple more bowlers, so we're approaching about 100 camp space kill squad. As he gets that funnel created, he's going to send the wrecker here. It's going to just kind of drive its way, right into this area right here, and that's where he drops a rage. Now, my whole problem as we watch the attack, one of the things that I notice is this area up here, it begins to be a little bit troublesome because it's very it's very committed, troop space wise. The 3 bowlers, the golem, and actually the wall record coming in here tanks the cannon. And so I end up really, as I watch the attack, I decide, the golem probably isn't even needed here, okay? And you'll notice that he's going to drop his king and queen in here, and the queen is just going to kind of reach over the wall and get the cannon, okay? So we'll clear some of this, and we'll watch a little bit of the replay there, and you'll see how the entry unfolds. And it starts with the golem up top, and then some bowlers, and then the golem on the south side of the funnel with the baby drag. Now, I don't particularly like the baby drag as much because the wizards would reach over the wall and get the mortar and get the Tesla, whereas the baby drag just kind of funnels its way downward. You'll see here the queen right there shooting over the wall and getting the cannon. And we do get a nice entry, though. I mean, Wrecker goes in, king goes in, the queen is going to go in. You'll see these 2 more bowlers he drops in for that 5 bowler investment are kind of wandering off down to the south. There is the rage. Let's pause it there for a second, okay? So the entry's going really well. He drops the rage there on the wall wrecker. The bowler, he has CC bowlers in the wrecker, and you'll notice that he's sandwiched in between, 2 whiz towers and an inferno tower. So you've got a lot of splash there. And guess what? I mean, just up ahead, a bomb tower. And so what ends up happening is his bowlers don't last very long as we continue to play out the attack. The bowlers are going to die quickly, and he's going to end up having to pop his queen ability and send his hogs in. Okay, and so as the queen dies right there, I want you to take note of the 2 bomb towers, the bow, and the archer tower that are still standing. That's really important. I want you to remember that those 4 defenses, if we want to add a 5th one, although not necessarily important to a hog raid, but even the sweeper here, another defense that's still up. Now, when we watch the cleanup, I want you to see the additional value that we get. He really, I think, could have, since he brought 4 heal, could have used a heal there in the corner, so in the core. So as I watch the attack, I'm beginning to try to figure out why this attack comes up short. And because of the heavy investment at the beginning with the bowlers and the golem, he does have to go a little bit light on the hogs, and he's left with a number of defenses up here as we watch this hog portion of the raid continue. Ends up really having to use 2 heal there on the multi-inferno just to get through it, and then that 4th heal will be here on the back end on the whiz tower. Unfortunately, the problem is the hogs are thinning out. You got a lot of DPS here on the back end and a BK just hacking away at your ass. So these hogs are going to fizzle out very quickly. He does have some cleanup there with a couple wizards, but you can see the rest of this. We'll just kind of fast forward. The rest of it is just kind of dying out. It's going to finish out at about an 80%, 88% 2-star. Let's back out of that now. And I'm going to take you to the cleanup here. So this is my Town Hall 10 romance, and so like I said there on the entry, I'm really looking at how can I make some adjustments to get this base cleaned up in one try. And so first of all, I'm saying, okay, you'll notice here I've got 1 bowler. I'm bringing 1 golem. Look at this. I get an extra 4 hogs, 28 total. And I also bring 3 loons. And those 3 loons are kind of here on the back end as the BK is chopping away at the hogs. I bring in 3 loons in the air, and they can't be touched by the BK, and they can help out the hogs. I'm more interested in using wizards here for the funnel. So I'm going to use the golem here, and I'm going to use wizards behind it for the funnel, and I like that because then they can reach across the wall, get the Tesla, they'll get the mortar, and I like that funnel a little bit better than I do the baby drag just coming downward. Here I can use just one bowler to get the bowler bounce. I don't need 3 or 4 there. And based on his wall wrecker going in right here, I really liked it. It was a great idea to get his wall wrecker there. That's going to draw the attention of the cannon, and we already saw the queen reach across and take out the cannon. So we just kind of send the heroes in here, and the queen will reach across, take out the cannon right there. What that's going to basically give us is all of this is gone, all of this is gone, and everything just goes right in. You'll see that I also added 2 Valk. I really like a couple Valks in with my kill squad. They do a lot of things. They're a lot more they're tanky, so they're tankier than a bowler. They're really good at taking out skelly traps and also skellies from a witch. And there was a CC witch in this attack, and they're really easy to funnel in because they're not a rangy troop, where they would end up going down a wall and throwing stuff at a defense or trash down the wall. They'll just go right in like your heroes will. So they're very easy to funnel as well, okay? My big change beyond that, and this right here is a big change. And we're talking about saving a golem, saving 4 bowlers. We're up to about 54 camp space there, and that ultimately gives me, instead of 24 hogs, it pushes me to 28 with 3 back-end loons. But one of the other big changes to the attack was sticking with the rage in the core, but also adding a heal. The heal is going to give me so much more value out of my bowlers amongst that splash damage. Remember when we stopped the previous replay, the fresh hit, we still had bomb tower, Expo, archer tower, and sweeper still up. All those buildings are going to go down this time with those bowlers getting more value and more bowler bounces. Let's watch the attack live. Those were the corrections, the tweaks we made, and that's how we kind of drop a dime in the bank just by taking an attack, recognizing that it's a good attack, just needs some small changes instead of starting all over with a new plan. Let's check out the raid here.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh. Can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face, a certain weight, because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's rated. These expectations.
There you go, guys, dropping a dime in the bank. It was a great plan by Eric. It just needed a few small corrections. That's how we do it, and that's how you become a perfect 10, baby. I'm your host, Max. This is Maximum Raids. Welcome to the fucking show.